Hey everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. As you can see, this is another patch. This is on the right side of the greenhouse when you come out of the house. And my husband had gotten a tiller that was on sale. The price could not be beaten, and so he ordered that and made this patch. So this is actually the first time that I'm planting directly into the ground and not a raised bed. So I want to become familiar with that. It may sound easy, do it the same way you do in planting in bed, but yeah, so we have more room to plant and then get a little bit of experience planting directly in ground. I'm pretty sure this area gets good drainage, but I'm not sure, and that's one of the differences planting in a raised bed and planting directly in ground, and then getting the mounds right, as well as the distance between the rows, trying to keep a straight row because this is all being done by hand. I don't have a rope. Normally I like to have things perfect, but not doing that today. And as you can see on the ground, on top of the soil, we have the chicken shavings, the shavings from the chicken coop. So there's some manure and some, chicken poop, chicken pee to help nourish the garden. So right now we're going to plant some sugar snaps because we really love sugar snaps, and they're not readily available all the time in the markets. And then I'm going to, once they grow and ready to be harvested, hopefully the idea is to get as much of them to harvest at the same time, and then we'll eat some as well as freeze dry or freeze a lot of them. So we'll be eating them as well as harvesting and preserving them. And then we'll plant some garlic in here when it's time to plant garlic sometime in November. This is the inside of the greenhouse, and I need to get the herb bed under control. And unfortunately, the left side of the greenhouse I have to weed, and then I will be planting our fall crops, or should I say more of our fall crops. And this is how the garden now looks. It's a little dark. We've been out here for about 2 hours. I have the light on the camera on, so I'm hoping you can see. Let's pause for a second. Gardening is hard work, but we do not perform these tasks every single day. We do get out and have fun, so should you. Not to mention, your food garden doesn't need to be this size. It can be smaller. Also, if you have not already watched my video on preparing for unemployment, please go watch it. This video is precisely the reason why we homestead, for food security. Getting laid off is more real to me than ever before, especially after the most recent layoffs at my job. These were not low-level positions either. It would be a serious mistake to think you are safe from losing your income. In here, and those flashes, or those little things in the that you're seeing fly across the screen are bugs. So this is now the herb garden, and there is fresh parsley in there. We have a pepper plant. It's not supposed to be there, but we left it there. And then there's some basil in here. So this front piece will be mainly parsley. Then we have basil here in the middle, and then we'll have we have some cilantro seeds planted in the back of the basil. And our tomatoes are wild, but we've been harvesting tomatoes almost on a daily basis, and you've seen that in previous videos. Get a nice harvest. Right now I'm freezing them because I don't have time to process them. And here's the side bed, and now the side bed has been completely weeded. And the back here, we had some lettuce growing in this bed, lettuce and bok choy and spinach. And This bed will be replanted with some lettuce for the winter, but lettuce grows really fast, so it's not going to be the whole bed. It's pretty much going to be a row because the lettuce grows so fast, and it's hard for us to keep up with it. So I'm only doing a row of lettuce, and then maybe the rest of the bed spinach, and then bok choy here. And you can see our tomatoes. They're out of order as far as the vines, but we're getting a lot of tomatoes. The string that we had up there to hold them up kind of was weak, but we're getting better as we go along. Each year we get better. Here's the Swiss chard. More Swiss chard will be planted, but this is what we eat. We've been eating from this group of Swiss chard the whole summer actually. And here are the peppers, and we also have some eggplant back here. And I'm not going to show you the rest of the garden outside of the greenhouse because it is dark and you're not going to be able to see much. But yeah, that's pretty much the work that we got done today. Was just got finished weeding this side bed, some of the weeds in this bed, some in this bed. You can see a little bit of the lettuce that's old, needs to be replanted. Here's the herb bed. Here's a lemon tree. We actually got a, looks like a, right here, lemons growing on it. I don't know, but hopefully next year we're gonna bring this lemon tree in the house to be overwintered, and then next year we'll bring it back out. Here's the mint, overgrown mint. I do like mint in my smoothies. This was not supposed to happen. The mint was in a container, but it found its way out of the very bottom. There was a hole for drainage, and it was only one hole. The spinach found its way out of it, and this is what happened. So it's fine because I really do like spinach. I mean, not spinach, but mint. So this is mint. I do like mint, so I'm not, too upset about this. And I am going to show you the right side of the greenhouse because this is the new addition. And this is, we did 3 rolls of sugar snaps. And they will be, we'll eat them, but at the same time, most of these will be harvested and preserved. So freeze dried. Those will pretty much be the 2 methods that we, that I preserve the sugar snaps. And this last thing I'm going to show you is the volunteer squash. So this is our compost area, and all of this squash, all of these are volunteers, and they are growing fruit on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but they are growing fruit on them. And there's a lot of flowers where fruit is starting to develop. So all of these have fruit growing. And that's it. Please like, share, and subscribe to help this small channel to grow.